welcome along and welcome back to Purbeck Valley. I am heading down to the shop because our sunflowers are ready to harvest, so we're going to need to grab a combine and a trailer and get started on those. These cars come around here really fast. We will also check the sales this morning, see if there's anything in there for us. And I'm going to take the front loader equipment off this tractor, I think, and just see if we can get this into more of a form of the kind of tractor it's going to be for our farm. So if we go in here and customize, we want to take off the front loader. So we'll go now on that. I have heard that the Kubota front loader, I need the bigger one to get it to work on this tractor, and we tried to connect up the smaller ones. So hopefully if we came back and wanted to put the front loader on here, we could. Let's pop into the shop though, and we're going to grab a combine and a trailer. And looking in the used vehicle sales, immediately we've got stuff that we need to buy today. We've got the Vermeer. The Vermeer baler we were using last time, that is available for sale. It's got quite a few hours on it, but as much as we're going to use the baler, that is not really a problem. We've also got two more tractors. A Steyr that we already have, and a Class Axion 960-920. This, again, is for 124,000 is a bit difficult for me to pass up, but this would take up most of our remaining cash. So I think to get this, we would have to sell an existing tractor. Looking at our tractors, the obvious candidate would be the Steyr, which we could get 20 grand for. Or the other option would be the Kubota, which would get 42,525 for. In its current condition, we could get that up to 46,778. I think if I repaint it, we can squeeze a little bit more out of that. I'm not sure actually if we could get any more out if we got, well, you know what, we could try and get this repaired and see what it would do, but I doubt that class would be there by the time we did it. Either way, getting this repaired might be a good idea, so let's do that as well. We need to get a repair kit. Before I go any further though, we are going to have to borrow some money today. We only have 399. I'm gonna go with 20,000 to get ourselves set up for harvest. So if we take 20,000 in there, and the combine I'm looking at is going to be, I think, oh, we've got a lot of class options here, but I think the Median 310 is going to be really good for us. We've not got massive fields, and this should work quite well. So I am going to go with the Michelin tires. There we go. And the manual discharge. I'm also going to change the straw chopper color to the dark gray because I think that flows much nicer through the middle of this. And that is a pretty good setup. Only thing left is the license plate. And congratulations to Thefisherj getting randomly selected from the channel members and patrons. I've gone with Thefisherj for this with a 15, so TF15ERJ. And yeah, I think that will do us nicely. So if we lease that, that is going to cost us 3,646. Really good price for a class combine. And because we have sunflowers, we're going to grab a sunflower header. This is a Capello Helithantius 5700. Let's lease that. That's going to cost us 1,600. And then the trailer that everybody's been asking me to use is the Bailey TB15. This is brand newly released by Ross and Modding, and is actually available cross-platform. Really, really nice trailer. I don't think we're going to do much in the way of changes to the colors or anything. I'm not going to get a cover or anything on it. We're just going to lease it for this job. And so, yeah, we need to get a license plate on this as well. And congratulations to ArkAngil for getting selected at random. So this time I've gone for AR4 for GIL for you. So, okay, that. And let's get that trailer leased as well for another 1,600. Finally, we need a header trailer, and I think this trailer should do it. This is the C450 to C660 trailer for a class combine. It will take at this size a 5.5 meter header. So yeah, we will lease that as well, and that's only going to cost us £43. So there we go. That is everything got for our harvest today. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get this header down the road. We should be able to get that header on that combine, though. We're going to have to maneuver things around a little bit. Give me a little while, and I will get all of this stuff in the right place, and then we can move forward from there. One thing I am going to do while we're down here is grab a servicing pallet. Yes. And I want to get this Kubota inspected. Basically, I very much think with the age of this, if we can get this sold and be able to afford that class tractor, that would be really good. However, I have no idea if that class tractor will be around by the time we've done this. We've got 5 on here. Let's not start the inspection. How long would it take to repair the damages that are on here? Would be end of the day to repair what's on here at the moment. I'm going to start an inspection. I think we're going to end up with more, and it might be a case that we see if that tractor is available still tomorrow morning. For now, I'm going to have to go back and grab my Vultra, I think, to do the karting today. I really have never seen so many good tractors available used at this point in the series ever. I'm quite often scrambling to get one good tractor, let alone 5 that we've seen so far, and we're only on our 3rd day. That is pretty crazy. I don't understand how we've got that many good tractors kicking around. Not that I'm complaining, just that I've got things I would like to spend my money on at the moment. I'm playing musical tractors, trying to get all of the tractors that I want to get. And that class will do us for a very long time. Having a 300 horsepower, a 200 horsepower, and a 130 horsepower tractor setup will really make a difference to the farm going forwards. I don't see how we're going to need a better setup than that. And there aren't a huge number of hours on that class either. Let's see, will this fit on here? No. So I don't think this header trailer is going to be useful to us. We'll get that returned and we'll hook this up to the trailer. But yeah, we're not going to be in need of that header trailer. We're just going to have to very carefully get that combine down the road and hope we can get it through the gateways, because I don't know how we're going to get it anywhere otherwise. Thankfully, we've got some fairly wide gateways on here. I'm hoping that this opens inward. It does. Fantastic. So we can just maneuver a little bit. There's a lot of traffic on these roads, and navigating that has been fun. Right, let's hook this up. Check that there aren't any other bits to hook up. Let's start the front of the combine. We'll then start the thresher up as well. Oh, we need to unfold it first. So with that unfolded, we can start the thresher up as well. And then down with our header. Like that. And away we go. And we're doing all right, actually. This combine, pretty powerful little combine this, and a great little class combine. And the fact that we've got this header on it means we are just going to zoom through this. These sunflower headers are fantastic. They really let us motor through these fields, and we're going to need to because we also have some rain on the way. Around the first headland, all done, and we're 58% full, so I'm expecting a second headland to get us the whole way full. I will get in here with this, and yeah, it is making quick work of this. Very happy with it, and we should get a decent, although not great, yield off this field. We are looking somewhere in about the 80 to 90% yield on here, and we're not even going to make it to the end of the second headland. We are at 99% at this point. This will take 5,800 litres, this combine. So I'm just going to clear up those little bits at the edge. Yeah, I think we need to do 3 headlands on here. So we will do a third headland. And I think we might end up with a second full tank off the third headland. But this really does not have very far left to go. So let's get that. Yeah. Almost there. We'll turn the header off, and then we can go and grab our Vultra and our trailer. First though, I'm just going to jump in to see if the inspection's done. No damages. Fantastic. So let's get this repaired. All 5 damages is going to be till 7 o'clock tonight, so repair those for us. Only 1,800 to get those repaired. Awesome. Let's get the Kubota repairing, and in the meantime, we'll get the Ultra here doing our carting. I really think, given the age on the Kubota and the fact that it'll give us a better range of tractors, that maybe swapping the Kubota out for the class is the best way to go right now. If I manage to make that switch around, that would make our Vultra here sort of our medium workhorse tractor on the farm. We'd need to get the upgrades for the crop sensors on it, which are currently on the Kubota. And yeah, the class, we would also need to get the GPS on. So there's quite a bit of stuff to do to move things around a bit. But I think it would be worth it in the long run. I think we would be much better off on the farm grabbing a tractor with more horsepower and less hours on it. Coming round to finishing the third headland off. Just one more row to go. We are only just 50% full, so I think we're going to cut in once we have finished this headland. I've realized I haven't bought the baler yet, and we do need to get onto that. So I think once we get these headlands done, I'm just going to pop into the shop quickly. We'll grab an extra 10,000 in the loan and get the baler, because we really do want that. And that was so useful last time. It would be great to add that as a permanent addition to the farm. So let's borrow another 10,000. We're up to 350,000 on our loan. We really need to get some income generation going. And that means that we can now afford this Vermeer baler with the net wrap on it. And we need to select a license plate. And congratulations to Gamer Dragon. You have been selected at random. So I am going to go with Dragons, DR490NS for your number plate. So congratulations to you. You've made it onto our Vermeer baler. So let's buy that. Yes. Okay. And we're now going to start cutting into the sunflowers here on the field. So I'm going to go north-south for my cutting, I think. Seems to be the best fit. Doesn't seem to be any way that this has particularly been done. So, yeah, north-south, I think, is going to be a good way for us to go. This setup is an absolute joy to use. It is just flying through here. You can actually see with the combine experience that we're running at like 300% of expected power, which is a little bit mad. But if I didn't run it with this and ran it with the full combine experience setup, it would take forever to get anything done. And with the time that we have, it's going fairly well, and we kind of need to get through it all. Combine is full again, so let's go and empty it out with our trailer. We can take 3 full tanks off this combine, which I think we will get in here today. I don't know if we'll get both fields done today. That would be really good. I'm kind of hoping so, but I don't know if it will happen. One thing I do want to address, and this question has come up, is why I'm putting number plates on all of the leased equipment as well as the bought stuff. And it's partly because I want to give back to all of the people who are supporting the channel right now. You guys are awesome, and every opportunity I get to put a naming setup on stuff, I want to do it. So yeah, it's my way of giving back and saying thank you and giving you guys a shout out. So that's why we're doing a lot of number plates on this series, because we're getting a lot of opportunities to do it, and it means that I get to say thank you. So I just want to say thank you. Just over 50% full on this cut-in, and yeah, I don't think it's going to be much more than 3 tanks off here. We will get to go and try out our grain store though, and see if we can store a load of stuff there. We're gonna need a fairly big bucket for our front loader tractor as well to load all of this up, unless we can find a conveyor or something like that we can fill up with as well. Slightly off on that. Let's not leave a row of sunflowers. Let's just pull in there a little bit and make sure that we're getting all of them. Yeah, there we are. And straight down the middle. This marker down the middle actually here, quite useful in making sure I'm in the right place with this, and making sure that we're getting all of these sunflowers in. It is 20-3 at the moment. I think we might get this field finished fairly promptly today. How far we'll get into the next one, I'm not so sure. I'm trying to get my eye in for the best place to get a cut in. I think I'm doing fairly well at the moment. That seems to be about right for 3 widths of our header along the left-hand side there. So we'll see how that goes. Has been going fairly well the whole way across the field. What I'm worried about at the moment is we are up to 97, 98%, 99. Oh, wow. 5 liters spare at the end of the field there before we hit the full tank. That is pretty amazing. I can't believe I managed to time that well. Cutting it a little bit close, Dad, I think, though. And this is definitely going to fill this trailer up. We're at 72% at the moment. So this will definitely top it off and bring this under here and get it unloaded. I am quite pleased with this field. I really wasn't expecting us to have sort of 20,000 litres off here, which is what we're going to have. And 20,000 litres of sunflowers are worth quite a bit of cash. Best price for sunflowers comes in about March, and it's £1,400. So we're looking at making sort of £30,000 off just this field. That's pretty huge, and that's before we put it through any kind of production. So there has been some suggestion that maybe we want a windmill or something like that on here. We'll have a look and see if there's a production we can put this stuff through, and maybe make money a little bit quicker and extra on here. If we can get £2,000 per 1,000 litres overall from this, then we should, you know, that would give us 40,000. 2,500 would give us 50,000. So it would be really good to see what we can do as far as maximizing our profit from these sunflowers. Now I need to open up my grain store and get these in. I think we'll put them in the first one. That will work out best for us. Pop out and get the door open. We should be able to fit this trailer in here. I don't see why not. Bring it forward and reverse it round. I do like the grain store setup on here. It's quite nice. Should work quite well for us. And yeah, this will absolutely tip up in here. So tip it on the ground. And we'll have to get a nice big bucket later. Or as I said, maybe get an auger that we can put in here and do that. That is it all emptied. Oh, I really like this Bailey trailer. That is working so well as well for this farm. Now, originally, you might remember I was umming and erring about whether I wanted to jump forward to October or whether I was going to do the second day in September. We jumped forward to October because I thought, well, if I can get this all done in a day, if I can get all of these sunflowers harvested in a day, then that will save us on the leasing costs of the combine, because of course there's a daily leasing cost on these. But if not, then that still gives me 2 days to harvest these. And so that was my thinking behind it. It certainly seems, with it being 10 to 4, that we are not going to be able to get all of the sunflowers done today. So we are going to incur that leasing cost, unfortunately. But I'm quite happy with where we've ended up. We are in a really good position. Oh no! We've got to get to the end of this row before the rain fully kicks in. I'm hoping that this is just going to be a short shower, because if it's anything more than that, yeah, there we go. We'll stop that there. And 55% in our grain tank. Grain tank is covered, though, for the most part, so I don't think we need to worry too much about emptying. Of course, we're going to have to deal with mud the longer this runs as well. And you can see, in fact, just that short run there since the rain started has made things muddy. So let's turn this off. Because we're not going anywhere till this rain clears. And looking at the forecast, we're going to be going, well, it's going to be a couple of hours while we still have rain here. So I think I'm going to head up to the farm and see what's that way. What I'm going to do, seeing as this little styer isn't being used at the moment, is just park up the pines for this. We'll get them out the way and then head down to the shop. I think we need a rear weight for this, and I think we need a set of pallet forks. Nothing to uncouple, so let's just drop that off. I'm slightly worried that we haven't got any means of controlling those bale spikes either. I think we might have to look at a different set of bale spikes for this. They are leased, so we can return them and do that. In fact, I might do, to avoid the daily cost. Our front loader, of course, though, is also leased, and I don't know if we're ever gonna get to buy a front loader or a set of bale spikes, especially the cheaper things. I've heard don't turn up at the shop. Okay, let's get a set of bale forks. Yeah, you see, all the prices of these spikes and everything are under 5 grand, which might not ever turn up for us in the sales. So I don't know where we'll stand with that. Apparently there is a mod that will alter things in the shop so stuff like this does turn up. I don't know whether we want to either add that or whether we want to suspend the rules for the lower stuff. I forgot to add a weight. Let's just grab ourselves. I like to grab a fairly whacking weight. In fact, this is a class shot, so we'll need one of those as well. Yeah, I'm not expecting those kind of things to turn up. Now, what we'll do is we'll get our baler back while this rain is going, and we'll also get the rolls back too, and that will do us pretty nicely for a little bit of wet weather work. Just making sure that we have everything back at the farm and not leaving stuff down here all the time. We'll get the weight on the front in a bit too. Oh, I'm quite pleased that this Vermeer baler has turned up. That's going to be really quite useful on the farm. And it's nice to get to use something from that DLC as well. It's quite a nice little DLC. I need to start working out where I'm going to put equipment then. You know what? I think we've probably got the wrong setup for where we're putting the tractors. If the tractors all fit in that shed there, I think we might put them in there. I don't know. That might be a little bit... well, we'll see. Certainly, this baler will fit in one of the end sheds, or maybe in that shed over there. Yeah, I think this is the wrong place to store the tractors. The tractors could either go in the shed to my left, so that one over there, or in this smaller shed here. We'll see which one fits better. But I think the baler, we will stick that in here for now. Nicely out the way. Catch PTO. And we'll put this store of the wrap, or not the wrap, but the twine for it, or the net wrap for it. It is a wrap, isn't it? So we'll put that in this shed for now, just out the way. And hopefully this rain won't take too much longer to clear, although I think our harvesting for the day might be over. While it's raining, I want to have a quick look at my plans down here for what I want to do. And basically, I want to get some generators in, some solar panels. And we got from the farm production pack here, the solar panels. And in what was the horse training area, I'm just wondering, yeah, we could put several rows of solar panels. We don't have enough money at the moment, but I think that'd be like 5,000 a row, which would be pretty amazing to put in there and to make some money off. Because we're not going to really be using this space here for anything else. And it's a nice, clear, south-facing space. So it should do pretty well for some solar generation as well. So that is definitely something I'm going to be looking at going forwards. With the rain setting, though, and no sign of it clearing, and the fact that the moment I've moved forward in this tractor, we've gone knee-deep into mud. I think our harvesting for today is over. And I'm going to take this back to the farm. We'll have to pick it up next time. And hopefully the ground will be dry enough to finish this off. I think we may be able to get, with an early start, the sunflowers finished on this field here and finished on our second field. So we'll be continuing on with that. For now, though, I don't think there's anything else we can do. So all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. Special thanks to all my patrons and channel members. Your support is invaluable in making these videos and helping the channel to grow. For more from Virtual Farmer, check out the links below, follow on Twitch to watch live, and for more videos, subscribe and ring that bell. I will see you next time. Goodbye.